Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I am the rewatcher, Colton Robertson, and I'm joined by the first-time viewer, Joseph George. What's up, buddy?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. Today we are discussing Season 2, Episode 9, titled Arbitrary Law. It was written by Mark Frost, Harley Payton, and Robert Engels, a super team of writers on this show, I will say, and directed by Tim Hunter. For those of you who have never joined us before, if you're just jumping in on Season 2, Episode 9, I'm going to hope you've watched the series. At least up to this point, that's kind of the rules of the road for us. You have to have seen as far as we are covering. We will not spoil anything that's to come after, as Joe is the first-time viewer. But yeah, don't just jump in if you've never seen Twin Peaks. That's gonna ruin everything for you, because this is a biggie. This is a real big one. So if you've never watched Twin Peaks, fuck off. Go ahead and watch it, and then come on back for me, because I love you, and you deserve to experience this in all its glory. But yeah, Season 2, Episode 9. How are you feeling, buddy?
Whoa. Yeah, it happened. I don't know. I feel like this is the completion of this. I don't know, kind of the main part of the story. Yeah, at least. And there's still a whole lot left. Like a whole lot of dots that I feel like that still need connecting, and some details that need filling in. But as far as who Bob is, what his whole deal is in Leland and all of that, I feel like it feels very, very nice to get kind of some of those dynamics, but still some of it is mystery. Can you I don't know. Is Leland being fully genuine there at the very, very end? I would like to believe so. I want to trust every word he says, but
I'll tell you this. There is nothing in the show from now on that will answer that question for you.
I love that.
Yeah, that is 100% up to you. Your interpretation of how much Leland knows, doesn't know, isn't realizing for the first time. It's all you. You get to decide that. I take it kind of. I think there's a bit of truth to both sides. I do think that he is, as Bob puts it, a babe in the woods.
Yep.
But I do think that there's a certain willful ignorance that has to happen for him to accept that. Yeah. When I took over, he would forget. So Leland was just forgetting swaths of his life. You know, like he would just awake and be like, "Man, hope I didn't do anything fucked up." There's got to be a certain denial within you for you to not be aware that something like this is happening.
Yeah, that's how I felt like it was so overpowering, and it was from when he was a child that Bob took over. So maybe it's just all he's ever known, and he never.
There's certainly truth to that too. It's all he's ever known. So how would he know that that's not something that's supposed to happen? There is a. That's why I'm like, there's validity to both sides. I do believe that he wasn't aware, but there are times and I think that the only thing that will ever illuminate this a little bit for us is Fire Walk With Me, the movie. That's the only thing that plays with this again, because Leland's obviously not in the show the rest of the time.
Yes. No, really. So no, I feel like the most interesting part of this now is dealing with Sarah. How much did Sarah know? Is she fully out of the blue or not? I want to know how she's doing. Mike, I want to know, that's the only man Bob has ever been afraid of. Mike has got way more interesting now. And I felt like he was kind of just a whatever before, but now I'm like, I want to go back to Mike. And then who was Bob before? Was it this Robertson? Is that just the one before Leland, or was that the birth of Bob? And or right. What? And so there's a lot of details that I still need figured out. But the thing I think is interesting is how Laura fought them.
Really
Laura
recontextualizes Laura for you. Yeah.
Yes, and I think Leland like, so it feels like there is this option. If you want to fight, you can, but it's so hard that if you do, you just basically want to die. That's the only way that, it's so hard on you that you might as well die. So, like, maybe that's, Leland knows this. He's like, I can fight it. I have the opportunity to, but if I try, I'm basically just going to die. Or that it's like, Bob will do this no matter what. Like, if I die and say Leland kills himself and tries to get rid of Bob, Bob just goes into another body and does all the same atrocities and same crimes and whatever. And so maybe Leland thinks, well, if I try to keep Bob in and try to do as little as possible, then maybe that's better than just dying. And yeah, so, but, I love that, like, this is, I don't know, like, I love how up in the air it is, I guess, and it's not just Cooper kind of coming down and being like, no, this is, I don't know, this is how it
this
goes
is
down,
how Bob
or,
works. Yeah, no, like, and, I love the ending of this episode, kind of dwelling on, what is Bob, where does he come from, da-da-da-da. The rest of the show is kind of concerned with that question, where does he come from? What's the source of this? Because if we had him trapped and he's gone, where is he now? Where does he return to? Where does he go? Like, where's Bob from? That's kind of where we're heading for the rest of the show. At least as far as the big mystical mystery,
I think it was four boys in the woods, kind of after Leland died. And
like, that's my shit.
All
that's
of
my
their
favorite
perspectives,
scene.
I think, is like the perfect kind of like rundown of how it is now. Where like Briggs is just kind of like, well, that's evil is evil, and we just have to fight it. But like, who cares what it is? We're just gonna fight it, whatever. And then Cooper being like, no, we have to find the source so that we can stop it, sort of thing. And like, I love that it's just all of these, in Truman wanting to be like, what the fuck even is this? I've been in just Twin
Peaks.
Like,
I'm having a tough time believing, man. Like, and then Coop being like, well, is it easier to believe that a father would rape and murder his own daughter, Harry? And he's like, no, I guess not. Like, that's a but we do have a scene by scene, so I will go ahead and dig into it. But yeah, there's a lot in this episode, so we'll go ahead and dive into it to the best of our ability. So we'll begin with the boys, Albert, Cooper, Truman, and Hawk, walking outdoors along a path in the woods. Albert says that Maddie was murdered by the same man who killed Laura. There's no doubt about it. There was an O under Maddie's ring fingernail, and she had strands of the fur belonging to a stuffed white fox in her right hand, which we watched Leland take off of the in the office there. And Cooper tells Truman not to make a phone call reporting Maddie's murder and that he wants 24 hours. And they're like, for what? He says, to finish this. And he's like, I'm on to him, Harry. I've got it. And Albert, I love this moment with Albert. He's like, all right, I know what we've all done. I know what we've all said. But you're the only motherfucker who's got it like that. So do whatever Vision Quest magic voodoo shit you got to do. Just stop this motherfucker before he bites again.
I mean, bro dropped the line. I mean, it was just the line. It was off the opening, and I just kind of knew that it had to be it. And he starts by saying, "An observation." Like, this is just something that I've noticed, by the way. He says, "I don't know where it's headed, but you're the only one with the coordinates to this destination in his hardware, or to this hardware. Where? Oh no. Okay, sorry. The Excel sheet is terrible here. It's way too big for the box. Bro went on. But to this destination in his hardware is you. That's not right.
I have it here. Cooper, an observation. I don't know where this is headed, but the only one of us with the coordinates for this destination and its hardware is you. Go on whatever vision quest you require. Stand on the rim of a volcano. Stand alone and do your dance. Just find the beast before he takes another bite. Yeah. No, that's hard as fuck, dude. Like, Albert is such a goddamn G, it's crazy. A fucking wordsmith. I love Albert.
Yeah, he's kind of in the same boat as like Harry, where it's like, I still find this a little hard to believe, but at this point, man, whatever works, get this motherfucker. And
he also gets Coop better than Harry does. He's got a longer history than Harry does with Coop. So, like, he says, in observation, like, I've done this with you for a
That's
while.
true. Yeah.
You get results doing this weird shit you do. So, if you're on to him and nobody else seems to be even the slightest clue as to where this guy might be, nobody else has ever seen Bob, but you have, along with 3 other people in this town. Fuck it. Go ahead. Figure it out, dude.
And yeah, I mean, he just kind of dips after that. He's like around, but I love that he just kind of like comes back at like the super important parts or whatever. He's not like super trying to help or anything. He's just kind of like, yeah, here's the blood test results, or what, like he feels like he's just kind of just ushering Cooper.
He's the forensic scientist. He's pushing the investigation forward a little bit, but yeah, I love when Coop responds here. Is like, I don't know where to start. And Hawk's like, you're on the path. You don't need to know where it's heading. Just follow.
Damn. So
real.
So wise,
Love
man.
Hawk.
Yeah.
But we'll head over to the Double R Diner where Donna and James chat over coffee, and we get a shot of Donna here that is one of the most beautiful shots of this entire fucking show, by the way. Like, it's lit in a way that made me absolutely fucking clueless. We were in the Double R Diner. I was like, where are they chilling at? Because it's like kind of dark and moody, and she's lit only by the window. And then they cut over to the the bar stools, and they just walk over, and I'm like, they were at the Double R.
But the Double R really has some back rooms or some different. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's got so many different.
It's the other
tables.
half of the place that like we just never see unless it's in close-ups. It's hard to gauge sometimes. But James gives Donna a ring.
Yeah.
He says, "I just want to be with you all the time," and I think that you and they kind of it's promise ring stuff, not engagement, but promise ring stuff, and they kiss, they're happy. I dreamt about last night. It's adorable. They love each other.
Yeah.
Very sweet. But
was it just a gold? What did it have a diamond on it? Or was it just?
I think it had like a little. It had a little pearl of some
it wasn't
sort
just a
up on
gold
the top
band,
there.
I guess.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That was I was trying to connect it to Cooper's ring. How did I not think of Cooper's ring before, bro? Like I don't like. Is it on his ring finger? Like his left ring finger? Like is that the ring, or is it like what ring does Cooper wear? Like is it a wedding ring that he is still wearing to this day?
Oh,
and like
no, I don't think so. It might be, but I don't think so.
Because like what hand? I'm terrible with like picking out if it's a left hand or right hand or whatever. Like I really have to. I'd have to pull up the shot to really see.
Yeah, like I can't tell you that off the top of my head either.
But like
I mean, obviously a ring finger, just whether or not it's on the right or left hand, I'm not sure.
Because man, I like Diane and him like being if he was married before, but like we've never, I don't know if he's just on the field and he doesn't see whoever he's married to, whatever, in a while, or if this is, more of a sad, he's holding on to the marriage, he's married forever. He can't move on. It's Diane.
J'ai un homme solitaire.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But, no,
Damn,
but elsewhere in the diner here, Norma and Vivian quarrel over Norma's omelets. Vivian is pretty dissatisfied with her eating experience, which is not boding well for our expectations of Vivian. She's kind of living up to the stereotype of just being a dreadful, dreadful woman. Kind of that in-law stereotype we were discussing last week. But yeah, she recommends like a certain type of mushrooms and a certain type of cheese and stuff. She's like, yeah, let me go pick the mushrooms, Vivian. It's so good. It's so good. But as he eats breakfast, go ahead.
Is she this food critic? Like,
right.
God damn it. Of course, like I'm waiting for it just to be this cool person, or I don't know. And maybe this is her test to be this like super, I don't know, momish character, but I think this is just how she is. This isn't like this isn't like a test to see if Norma will pass. This is just she's acting like this to her daughter. So like I don't know.
She doesn't have the ability to be the mother that Norma wants her to be. You know, like she's unable to turn it off in a way. Like this is just how she is, and there's no difference between some random motherfucker and her daughter, which is pretty fucked up, pretty sad.
Man,
Can't wait to meet Norma's sister. You haven't met Norma's sister yet. She has a sister.
Yeah, I need the Big Ed flashback. You know, I don't know, of their glory days. That's what I need. I need more of just old. That's what I'm kind of more interested in now, is how everything came to be, how Sarah and Leland came to be,
right?
And all of that. If there's any secret kids going on still, you know, I'm kind of keeping that in the back of my head or like secret fathers who don't appear as the father.
I'll give you this. There is. I'll give you this. There is.
Everyone's fucking everyone in this town. You know?
I won't tell you who and what relation to what characters or anything. But there's something, at least one, that is not what it seems. At least like the owls, some would say.
We got Dick and Andy going on. You know, it's like an actual storyline. So like that, it'd be hilarious if it's like, new guy, but I don't.
Another man.
I don't think it's that. I think
it's not. It's not. I'll give you that. It is not the Lucy storyline.
My prediction for that is that it is Dick's, but Andy's gonna want to be the father.
Like Andy's gonna raise it anyway,
step up.
Sort of thing.
He's
not the
up.
stepfather. He's the father who stepped up.
Yeah, the mattress store fuck. You know, it just. I can't imagine Andy was. I don't know. No offense against the guy. But it's, you know, Lucy was like, yeah, no, it was crazy. It was like, it was a pleasurable time with Dick, you know. So it feels that it's more likely to be Dick right now. So yeah, I guess there's one father kind of storyline cooking, but no, I'm interested more in Laura,
the history.
I think
I get it. I get it, but. At the bar here at the Double R, as he eats breakfast, Andy tries to say, J'ai une âme solitaire. J'ai une âme solitaire. J'ai une âme solitaire. He just keeps saying it. And Donna's like, yeah, the fuck?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
And she's like, what are you saying? He's like, J'ai une âme solitaire. It was something that she was like, oh, so you've met Miss Tremaine? He goes, no, Harold wrote it. He left a note. And Donna's like, I got to go find Agent Cooper. And I love James being like, hey.
Yeah, like, what's going on? And it could just be they're writing it in. Donna needs to know this information. They need to get over to that house, whatever. But like my favorite kind of headcanon is that like, how Leland has like a Bob inside of him. Everyone else, I don't know. I feel like everyone has their own kind of spirit, something that's, I don't know. It feels like there's good versions of him too. There's not just Bob and the evil, but like Andy, like why would he just be saying this right now? You know, like what is making him think to say this? And it'd be beautiful if it's like the good spirits that are looking out. Like this, yes, Cooper needs to know this, so Donna needs to hear this from Andy, and then she will blah 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 sort of thing. So it's like
Andy has within him the force for pure good that battles Bob. That'd be incredible. That would be incredible.
Yes.
And you know, we speculated for a long time about the nature of the Palmer house. Like maybe that is what causes some of these things. I think we might need to expand our view to Twin Peaks at large, as it is the name of the show. Like that is like, it's like the Overlook Hotel, but with all of the aspects, not just the dark shit, you know? But we do get to Miss Tremont's house here, and you got any speculations here? Because Donna, Cooper, and Andy pull up, and Donna tells Cooper about Mrs. Tremont telling her about Harold and her grandson saying the same words as in Harold's note. And, you know, they speculate, you know, is there any chance he just heard him say that, and that's it resonated with him? And he's like, and she says, no, his world was his words. He wouldn't have wrote something like that in his last moments and it not be his. Which tracks.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I have no, I don't know. I cannot read this whatsoever of what is going on over here. And it kind of feels like they're like more in this vein of the good spirits, or like kind of the good side kind of showing itself.
They are to me the same as the waiter.
Mm-hmm.
The bald
guy,
guy,
the old guy.
yeah,
hey,
who,
I know
who gives
about
him the thumbs
you.
up. Yeah, hey, I know about that. That milk will get cold on you, but it's getting warmer now. Yeah.
To say I know about you, that's like such a weird. Like, I know about, like, not just I know you. Like, oh hey, I know you. I know about
you.
That's, I don't know. Yeah. So, but
and there's something about somebody at a distance, like looking at you, that's already freaky too. So like if you're
hallway,
on the other end of a hallway and an old guy who you've never seen before, like maybe you saw once and it was right after you got shot 3 times, looks at you and goes, I know about you. And he's just kind of like this 2-inch man that you see at the end of a hallway. Yeah, I'm going to be freaked the fuck out, you know?
Yeah, it was a singular glass of milk too on a tray. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, but this house over here, like Donna, she delivers food here. Like, I don't know, she delivered food here. We saw her only go in there once on screen, but like
there seems to be an implication that she went a couple more times.
So yeah, I don't think it's like she's not crazy, you know, and. This lady has the same name, like the same last Miss Trimmond or whatever it happened to be. So it's like, but she doesn't have any kids, and her mom died 3 years ago. So it's like,
what's going on here? Yeah, and the kid doing the magic, really doing magic, you know, like that's
yeah. Okay. Mom died 3 years ago. Kid. But she doesn't have any kids, which is
she doesn't have any kids.
So
Yeah.
was it explicit? Did Miss Trimmond, the older lady, did she say that this is my grandson, or was there no? Was this? I just
do think she says this is my grandson, but I might be mistaken. Let me go ahead and check into that. It shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if Donna just kind of assumed it was his grandkid because, you know, I don't know, just age. And all that, because if it's just someone else, if it's just a kid, you know, bro's just there, I feel like he brought the dead Miss Trimmond back and was for, I don't know, for whatever, or like he's doing something to this house because something changed. Like it's Hawaiian as shit. It's like, I don't know, like it's a completely different vibe in there, and a whole different person. I mean, and saying that, nope, actually 3 years ago she's dead, and I have never even had a kid, and that kid is way too young to be that child. I don't know. So it's like there's so many things that are not lining up here.
You know, is there any chance this is a young Harold? In a way, like it is the ghost of Harold before Harold's dead, kind of.
Yeah. That kind of makes the most sense, I guess. Is like just with the line, connecting the dots there.
But that's, and you know, like I won't lie to you, this is another thing that you're never gonna get a surefire answer on. But like you'll understand a little bit more where they come from, not strictly who they are.
Okay.
You know,
the house, the only other connection that I'm thinking of making is Jacoby. It's the only guy who's been Hawaiian and, I don't know, kind of had that vibe. Feels like this is like Jacoby's, I don't know if he's married or if he's got a girl, or he seemed kind of lonely.
Yeah, he's got a wife back in Hawaii. If you'll recall, she was treating him in the hospital room.
Oh, this is right. Yes. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the different person or different thing. Jacoby's mother, is she old enough to be the fucking mom? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I got Jacoby vibes, I guess, from the house. Was the only other thing that I could maybe sort of connect. But yeah, no, I'm, as far as what's going on at this house. Oh yeah. Maybe every house is just a little different. We have the Robertson household that feels kind of important now that I need more shit on. The Palmer household, something, you know, just evil headquarters, and then now the Trimmond household. Yeah, something, I don't know. There's something going on there.
There's something happening in here, and what it is ain't exactly clear in the immortal words of Buffalo Springfield. But when the woman learns Donna's name here, she's like, "Oh shit, you're Donna. I got something for you. Sorry, meant to turn it in after Harold died, but now you're here, so it doesn't really matter." Addressed to Donna in Harold's handwriting, the envelope contains a torn page from Laura's diary, an entry from February 22nd, which, oh man, buddy, I bet this got you fucking going. Here is what it says: February 22nd. Last night I had the strangest dream. I was in a red room with a small man dressed in red and an old man sitting in a chair. I tried to talk to him. I wanted to tell him who Bob is because I thought he could help me. My words came out slow and odd. It was frustrating trying to talk. I got up and walked to the old man. Then I leaned over and whispered the secret in his ear. Somebody has to stop Bob. Bob's afraid of one man. He told me once, a man named Mike. I wonder if this was Mike in my dream. Even if it was only a dream, I hope he heard me. No one in the real world would believe me. February 23rd. Tonight is the night I die. I know I have to because it's the only way to keep Bob away from me. The only way to tear him out from inside. I know he wants me. I can feel his fire. But if I die, he can't hurt me anymore.
Whew. Yeah, pretty crucial couple pages of the diary here just to hold on to and not give to Donna, Miss Trimmin.
Yeah.
Whatever. I feel like, but it's just, this was
I would blame Harold for this. I would blame Harold for this. Him just holding on to these and be like, yeah, I'll give them to Donna when I die. What the fuck, dude?
That's true. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's still something going on where it's like Harold, like I'm really on this train of everyone having like this connected spirit. I don't know. I'm really back on this kind of this train, and I wonder who Harold's was, if he has one, if this is kind of a thing going on, if there was an internal battle for him, if that's why he never went outside, he shut himself in, so they never had the opportunity to do bad things, sort of thing, and then. But yeah, kind of knowing this information and holding on to it. On one hand, it's like it is her private, diary, whatever she told him, and I don't know, kind of. So this was a conversation that Laura and Harold had, and Harold wrote it down, or this is just a secret diary that Laura gave to Harold.
I don't know. I think she wrote the secret diary and Harold held on to it, if I recall correctly.
I mean, unless that's Harold's handwriting, like the front of the diary.
I think they do
like,
say it's Laura's handwriting on multiple occasions, but
this is true.
Yeah.
Okay. So either Harold stumbled upon this diary actually, or is this actually? Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, Harold did have it, and then Miss Trimmin.
I'm pretty sure Cooper or Harold said on multiple occasions that Laura gave it to him.
Yeah. And then Miss Trimmin said that Harold gave her these pages to give to Donna before
it was in an envelope.
Yeah. And
so like I don't think she knew what was in the envelope.
Okay. It was just addressed to, or it was just
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's okay. That makes more sense. Because I'm like, I don't know, the handing off of the diary, or like how the notes got to Miss Trimmin, I guess is.
I think Harold just gave them to her. But yeah, regardless, we're also playing with time, which is interesting. And I know it's Dream Realm stuff, so like that's a little less literal. But Cooper has this dream a few days after Laura does. Because he's already in Twin Peaks when he has this dream.
I did not think of that. I thought no, they just had him at the same night, but no, obviously not.
She had the dream before she died, and he had the dream well after she did.
Ooh, okay, wait. Oh, that's okay. That's because I thought it was more like an external. Someone's helping them create this dream sort of thing, and and this is the way they can talk to each other. But now it kind of seems that like Laura was so desperately looking for help that this was the help that was coming or whatever. I don't know if she knew that it would be Cooper, but it seems, Laura, it was like a call for help, and then it connected her to Cooper, but the details couldn't be revealed then. It had to be all revealed when it had to happen, sort of thing. It's
right.
It's like a Tenet sort of, oh my God, I don't know. Wow, yeah, this is the time is really cool now.
Yeah. She had that dream the night of February 21st going into 22nd. And I'm pretty sure he would have had it.
Yes.
I mean, he got into town on the 24th, so at the earliest, the night of the 24th, which is wild. But
wow, no, that's cool. That's like, it was already cool. I thought that they kind of just had the same dream, same night. But it's cooler that Laura had it first, and then it's kind of like a response. It's kind of like a by Laura just putting it out there. I don't know, like I wonder if she had help, from the giant or from whoever what's the little, is it just the little man?
The man from another place.
The man from another place. Yeah, he's still kind of a wild card. The dance review, I don't know, is like
wow.
So
yeah.
It feels like he's kind of like the tissue between them two, or like the thing that's connecting them. And he kind of has to be there. But whoa, yeah, this my connective kind of being theory, whatever. I kind of think that like Cooper and Sarah, they don't have a connected being, because like in the dream world we see them as them. Like Laura, we see her as the age that she died, and I'm hoping that we're seeing Cooper at the age that he dies. And like, so it's either that it is their brains and they're alive or whatever, and it's them. But it feels like I don't know, like they might be different, or they can fight it, or they this fight that Laura kind of, like Leland mentions.
So you said Cooper and Sarah don't have these connected. You meant Cooper and Laura?
Oh yes, I meant Laura.
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, not Sarah.
No, you're okay.
I guess I don't know about Sarah. Who knows?
Right.
I think so, but no, yes, definitely meant Laura. Here. So
okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure, clarify that for the listener, because I knew what you meant, but I just wanted to make sure everybody did. But
thank you. Yes.
No problem. But yeah, this is definitely one of the most interesting leaps so far, that Cooper and Laura had the very same dream, couple nights apart, and Cooper being like, "We had the same dream." I got to imagine Donna's like, "What the fuck?" Like, what do you?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Who's there? Andy. Yeah, that's impossible. He's like, yes, it is.
Yes, it is, Andy.
Yes, it is. So it's, at least you like this, like Hawk saying, you're on the path, just follow it. Like this is a very, very nice checkpoint. It's new information, and it's like, oh, like I am on the good path right now.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
I'm finding this information right now. This is good. This is what's supposed to happen.
And yeah, but as far as the house, I don't know. That's still, I don't, with Miss Tremont and the kid, I don't know. It being Lynch's son is still,
also
I wonder how meta it is. But yeah, I don't know about the Tremont house, but as far as this whole, I don't know how it's unraveling, it feels like
the tethered spirits. It kind of feels like the Miss Tremont and the waiter, and these sorts of people who you see are just kind of like, are they real? Are they not? What's the deal? I don't get it. Whatever. But he tells Andy here to take Donna home, and he's like, I've got to see Gerard. So we head over as Cooper talks to Mike, while Dr. Hayward urges that Gerard be given his drug. He's on the verge of death. He could die. Yeah. Go ahead and give him the drug. And Cooper's like, Mike, come on, man. Help me out a little bit, buddy. Like, I'm on the path. I know I am. I just need a little bit further. Sorry about that. And he says, I need to unlock the dream. And Mike tells him that when he and Bob were killing together, there was a perfect relationship. Appetite. Satisfaction. A golden circle. And Cooper says, a golden circle. My ring.
Yes, his ring.
And Mike says the giant can help find Bob, but Cooper must ask him first. As
How
Cooper
the fuck
leaves,
I do that? He's like, okay.
he's like, well, okay, shit.
But
You'd think I wouldn't? I've already asked him like 4 fucking times, you know? Like,
bro came to me when I got shot last. Do I have to
Yeah.
get shot again? Do I have to?
Yeah,
oh?
right. But as Cooper leaves, he sees the old waiter at the end of the hall, and he's like, oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
He's carrying a glass of milk, and the old waiter says, I know about you. That milk will cool down on you, but it's getting warmer now. And he gives a thumb up to Cooper as Cooper takes, getting warmer now, quite literally, in the, like, I'm on the right path sense again.
Yep.
But elsewhere in Ben's office, we open on that shot of the White Fox, and we kind of pull out, and we see Truman telling Cooper about finding a record of a telephone call Leland reported, a call to Laura Palmer's number from Ben's office. He notes the stuffed white fox and concludes that Maddie was in Ben's office the night she was murdered. Albert reports that Maddie died the night before last between 10 p.m. and midnight, and Truman says it fits because they didn't take Ben in until after midnight. So we learn here that they did some editing. The editing didn't make this conducive for us. He got taken in prior to Maddie being murdered. In the show, because tension-wise, that's the right thing to do. But the timeline doesn't add up with what we saw, so like it is kind of a yeah. But yeah, they didn't take Ben in until after midnight, so he does not have an alibi. And Albert gives Cooper the results of Ben Horn's blood test.
I guess it didn't clear him of Maddie's death here, but like I thought that they would at least be like, well, it has to maybe Cooper's just on the path and he knows it's like, I don't know, he knows it's not Ben, he's just kind of still going. But like I felt like they would have been like, well, Ben could have killed Maddie. Oh, I guess no, it does give him the window. I don't know. I just thought that it was just I guess I don't know. I don't know why I was so under the assumption that like there was just no way, like while watching before, that he just could not have killed Maddie. Like they had him. I don't know. I felt like they were with him well before.
This is one of those things that is either a forensic mistake, or like I said, the edit of the show, the literal edit of the show, he is taken into custody prior to Maddie's murder. Like, we watch him get taken into custody, and then we watch Maddie's murder because tension building and drama-wise, that is better.
True. Yeah, okay.
And granted, it could have been minutes apart. Like, they could have taken Ben in, and Maddie could have been dying at roughly the same time, so like it, I don't know.
I guess it's also like she could have died actually. Oh, well, no, they said like from the test, she died from 10 to midnight okay. I guess that makes
forensically
sense.
They concluded she died from between 10 and midnight.
So, and then they took, because Leland was just kind of setting up Ben and everything, and Leland was just doing all the stuff on his... Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was just kind of like a mistake on Leland, like he just did this a little too quick, or like something, I don't know, like maybe he should have waited a little longer for the evidence to be better, but I don't know, again, I don't think he truly cares about...
No, I don't think he does either. I think he's doing the bare minimum to cover his tracks.
Yeah.
And then if he can get away with it, he can. If he can't, he can't. Fuck it, But
Yeah, he's the jump. That's the only thing is like, is the jump that he makes from one body to the next I wonder if he's been doing it for thousands of years. Is this his second jump? Is this his 40th? Is it is there a limited number that he can do? Does it diminish each time he goes on? Is it like, so like maybe he wants to kind of stay in Leland a little bit because just making the jump and doing all of that just
like you said, you've been a good vessel, you've been a good vehicle.
Yes.
It's so it implies a history. It implies that he's had a vehicle prior.
Mm-hmm.
And his assurance that he will be able to move on to another one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think that what the end of this episode proves is that once he leaves a body,
mm-hmm.
it's kind of null and void. Like the way that Leland remembers everything and is like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? You know, like for him to return to that body, I don't know, like he could, but I don't know what advantage he'd have from it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Probably when he leaves a body, they're just also going to die, or they're in jail for the rest of their life. So it's like, yeah, there's like the use case is just, well, I've gotten all I needed. Thank you for all the killing. Thank you for destroying your own life as well. You know, I feel like that works for him too. So yeah, I think it is just like
I also wonder if there's a literal component to purposefully cracking Leland's head open.
Ah, yeah. If that's Leland himself being like, get the fuck out of me, or if it's like, no, I need your brain to be
Bob needs to get out. So well, and that's the other thing too. Like I was just pointing out, is Bob killing Leland so that he has the final win, basically? You know, like I did this, and I'm gonna get away with it. You're never gonna get me. You know, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the water is in. There's a couple things that's interesting here. Like is the water like hurting Bob? Is that like it seemed that it really activated him or it made him go super crazy there. I
think it was just perfect circumstance for him to be able to. That's the thing. Like him being able to escape doesn't feel like it depends on chaos. I feel like he can just leave. But I think that finding an opening to commit suicide with Leland required chaos. So as soon as it happened,
a perfect cover up for it.
As soon as it happened, he's like, "There we go. I'm gonna do it." You know, like this is my time.
And he's okay. Yeah, it's man. Yeah, I want like at least it feels very clear that all the killing he does is like benefiting him, or that's like what his appetite is. But like it's so interesting to think if like the vehicle like itself, if that's a sacrifice that's also good for him, or if it's like actually hurting him because it's like his vehicle, or I don't know. Like I wonder if it is the same thing, or if
I don't know. It's interesting to think about though. But I can't wait till we get the next one. But at the sheriff's station, a workman adjusts the sensitivity of the sprinkler system while Andy tells Lucy he wants to talk about their baby. And Lucy tells him she's not certain if the baby is his or Dick's. And Andy's like, well, I thought, my sperms didn't work. And so, but all of a sudden I found out that they do. So the baby's mine. And Lucy's like, Andy, that's not how it works, buddy. If I was under the impression that it could be someone else's, it still could be someone else's, Andy. And then he's like, all right, fine. He walks away. He calls Horn's department store. I'd like to speak to Richard Tremaine, Men's Fashions, and tells him they need to talk. And Lucy is obviously very, very taken with Andy in this moment. Are you going to hurt him?
Yep.
He just looks at her, gets back to the phone. We need to talk, Dick. That is, if you've got the time.
If you're free.
And Lucy's like, God damn it. All right. Fuck.
Man, you were doing so good, Andy.
Yeah.
I thought this was really going to be his turning moment. He was going to be like, no. Like,
he's too sweet, man. This is who Andy is. But,
man. But I don't know. I love that this is a storyline we got cooking on. It's making me...
It's so funny that we cut from such intense, massive moments to Andy and Lucy with Dick later on in this episode. And it is important. It is Dick's cigarette that ends up lighting up the smoke sensor and stuff. I was kind of like, why are we here right now? Whenever I was rewatching, and then that happened, and I was like, okay, that's right. But regardless, elsewhere in the jail, Tajimura returns one last time, visits Ben's cell with papers for him to sign, and Ben says, oh, well, things have changed, there's extenuating circumstance. I don't know that I can deliver the Ghostwood contract. And Tajimura's like, well, then give me my $5 million back. And he's like, oh, yeah. So he tries to explain about Jerry's looking for a better lawyer. And then as he's rambling on, Catherine removes her foot from the shoe and puts it through the cell doors. The pedicured foot through the bars is instantly recognizable to Ben as Catherine's. And Catherine is like, you slimy rat bastard.
Mm-hmm.
She says she intends to make the rest of his life a living hell. And Ben asks her to tell Truman about his being with her the night of Laura's murder. And she's like, well, then sign over the Ghostwood in the mill. All right. Mm-hmm. And he does. He's like, without question, signed, sealed, delivered. Here you go. And she's like, all right, I'll consider telling Sheriff the truth. And I said Sheriff the truth. Sheriff the truth. And says, we've spent our entire adult lives lying to each other. Why spoil it with the truth now?
Mm-hmm. Man.
And
I don't know. I thought this reveal was just kind of perfect. Like this, I didn't know how it was going to go down, but like the fact that, I don't know, it made Ben more pathetic, which is awesome. And like, I hope he stays in jail actually. And like Catherine doesn't help him out ever. And they just keep him in there for other shit that he's done.
Yeah.
Like they
would need to file new charges. They do
That's
have
true.
a confession from Leland and everything. Like there is there's a whole slate of other things they'd have to do. But it'd be nice because he certainly deserves it.
Yeah, I guess he's in the sheriff's station, but is he in on like the plan at the end? Like did
No.
they tell him or like is it just
they told him that they think they are going to like whenever he's like, accompany me to the station and bring Leland Palmer as your lawyer. He thinks he is getting arrested.
Yeah.
Like he thinks it's over.
Okay. Yeah. So, I guess
whenever he's looking through the window and he sees Leland go, ah! and then run across back and forth, he's like, Leland? What the fuck?
True.
So he's not in on it, but he is being used, which is good. He deserves that. But
but yeah, this I don't know, Catherine. So, I don't know, Catherine kind of got exactly what she wanted. I don't know, has Ghostwood now, So
has Ghostwood and the mill back in her possession,
yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, Ben was planning on just destroying it all, or everything, but, like, what is Catherine's plan, just to actually keep it running, or, like, I don't remember, like, what, if she had, like, her own kind of vision for it, because I thought it aligned with what Ben wanted to do with it, but maybe she was just kind of
somewhat. If I recall correctly, Josie didn't have any interest in demolishing the mill.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to keep the mill running. That prevented them from expanding Ghostwood as much as they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
They burnt it down, but the mill, like the land the mill is on, is still owned by him technically.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's not in the spirit of, we want the same thing for the land. It's I want the money that's going to be made off of this land. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they might have wanted the same thing done with the land, but right now Ben was going to be the only one who profited off of it.
Okay, yeah, I see the money reasons, and that could be enough, and could be why she's doing it. I wonder if there is something to the land though, like nature. We're cooking something. The owls, the birds, the log. There's something, I don't know, and a mill being the thing that's like destroying I don't know. It's all kind of too perfect for the land not to mean something, and whether they realize that or not, I don't know. But every time that there's like a relationship struggle or a strife between two lovers, anything, there's always a storm, or there's I don't know. And Cooper's on the right path, and while all this is being revealed, lightning, it just and the town reacts to whatever the people are doing. And I feel there has to be, I don't know, maybe it is just for dramatic effect, and it's in the air, and it's never explained, and it's the mystery of the town. But I don't know. I feel like Log Lady's got to come back. I don't know. Drop some lore or something's got to go down. There's something with the birds. I need the birds to be explained. Because I mean, we got to now. I mean, we know Bob. I don't know. Bob is either just all owls or in an owl currently, or he's something. But I mean, I'm really eked out by birds in real life now. Like they fucking they work for the government, you know.
They work
the
for the
birds
bourgeoisie.
for the bourgeoisie, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I just do a lot of outdoor work, and I work at the same place. So like I see the same birds commonly because that's just where they live. Like I'm close to their nests, so it feels like I'm like, why is this bird watching me? But in reality, it's just they just live there.
It's just where they
like,
live.
Yeah, it's just actually where it lives. But it's like
that's funny.
The bird that's at the very opening of the show, the intro sequence to the show, is the bird that like it's a spinning image of like the bird. I don't know. It's kind of creepy.
That's crazy.
And I don't know. It's funny that I just kind of see it every now and then when I'm over there. but yeah,
I love it. I love it.
The damn birds, the damn town.
But yeah, when it comes to Catherine, I severely doubt she has any knowledge or motive that extends beyond her own benefit.
Yeah. I'm there too. I feel
I think it's purely for money for her. I do think I think you're onto something with the significance of the literal land, though. I don't think it's literally called Ghostwood.
Yeah. The people's souls are in the wood. You know,
yeah, like it's literally called Ghostwood. Like that's got to be and that feels very reflective of Twin Peaks in general. So
yeah, the people are in the logs. If you want to communicate, you know, to Laura and everything, or whoever,
they're in the land.
Yeah, it's you gotta tap in.
You gotta tap in. You gotta lock in. But we next go to what I think is one of the most uncomfortable scenes in the entire show here between Leland and Donna. This is what I was referring to last week, where you're like, it's not harrowing the way Maddie and Leland was. It's just kind of like, you know, like you get to watch Bob do this, which you never really got to watch him do. You've only seen him do terrible things. This is how he gets there. It's disgusting. But
the sunglasses inside, though, you know, is crazy move. A bright daylight,
that is quite the decision.
The look is
and it continues to trigger something for us with Bob. He didn't have these motives with Donna prior to the sunglasses.
That's true. Well, he does like kind of walk in and say like, we've never had the chance just to talk one-on-one before, you know. And so I did kind of get some creepy vibes. But there's a switch flip. Yeah, you're right.
There's a switch flip with the glasses where he's like those sunglasses, you know, like, and he's kind of like, what are those? You know, like it's true. That's why I'm like, that's why I do think there's something to the idea that Bob and Leland feed off of each other. Like, I do think that there's a symbiotic relationship. It's not just Dom. Like we've referred multiple times to the idea that Bob feeds on the most terrible impulses someone might have. And if the most terrible impulse Leland had was a physical and sexual attraction to his daughter, then Bob acts on that in every single time he can, which is he does stuff to Laura, he did stuff to Maddie, and now these glasses remind him of Laura, so he's like, I gotta do something about it. You know, like
it's just the worst thing he can do now. Now that Laura's dead and Maddie's dead, it's like, well, her closest friend, you know, who's like wearing my daughter's glasses. It's like, so it's like, it's compounding. I feel, the symbiote, like,
I do think there's something there to that idea that like it like obviously Bob is taking over, but I don't think he's acting purely out of his own base instinct. I do think that there is something that he is feeding off of inside of whoever he is the host of, you know?
See. It's like even if you are like you think you're moral, you're very set. You got a good moral compass on you. Like, you still have the crazy thoughts sometimes, but you immediately shut them down, and
you
you're
go,
like, oh
well,
no, that's fucking
crazy.
insane. You're like, yeah. So it's like it's like a good kind of check or whatever. But maybe it's like,
Bob doesn't
Bob's
let
in
you
there. Yeah, if you even
Bob
have it, boom.
You have the craziest thought for a second, and all of a sudden it's an impulse.
Your thoughts become your reality. I don't know.
It's
Almost
a compulsion. It's that's why I think Bob. I do think that there is a. I don't think Bob is completely independent, but I do think that where a normal person would go, fuck. You know, like, why did I think that? You know, like, Bob doesn't let you think that. Bob goes, yep, that's what you think
That's
now.
the focus. I'm not going to let you forget
now.
it. Yeah, it's like,
exactly.
you thought it. Not even me. It was like, it was you. You know,
yeah,
you're
so, like, there's a guilt to it as well. You know, like, there's, like, I think that there's, I think that there's a lot in building to that idea, for sure. But regardless, Donna delivers a tape of the song she, Maddie, and James recorded so that Leland may mail it to Maddie, and he's like, oh, she told me about this. She said it was a very enjoyable experience. Very generic response. And Donna pulls out a smoke, you know, which it's hilarious to think about how this is a behavior that used to just exist.
It was normal.
You didn't have to. You know, she walks into a house, Sarah smokes like a fucking chimney. So, like, she smells smoke on the walls. You're allowed to smoke in this house. You don't even have to ask. You could just go, I'm going to smoke in this house.
Yeah, it's, I don't know.
Crazy.
The behavior. People smoking in bed, you know. People lighting their beds on fire sometimes to smoke, you know, or, like, smoking a cig. But, hey.
It's wild.
It was just, who knew? You know, crazy that they were bad for you.
Crazy. Who knew? But he recognizes immediately when he turns around Laura's sunglasses and becomes agitated in a weird way. She tells him about the discovery of Laura's secret diary. He's like, which even Bob didn't know about. You know, she says, you know, no, the secret one that she gave to Harold Smith. And he's like, oh.
Yeah. Fuck.
And
he's like, shit. Like,
he's like, I am not ahead of the game the way I thought I was. You know, the walls are closing in, and he gets a phone call suddenly from Maddie's mother, who reports that Maddie never came home. And Donna's, you know, like, what's going on? And he says, it's the strangest thing. Maddie never got home. And Donna becomes immediately worried, and Leland's like, oh, come on. I'm sure it's nothing. We're all right. You know what always makes me feel better? A little bit of lemonade. I'll be right back.
Yeah. What the fuck?
And
like, what is this comforting? This is the part of Bob that confuses me the most. Is here of like, is he just setting up this like trap to make Leland have the thought in the first place so that he can act on it, or like, is this Leland trying to fight it?
That I think this is Bob. Because fundamentally, what Bob is, you know, at the base level, beyond his murdering sadism, is a groomer.
True.
What he wants to do is make you feel comfortable enough to open yourself up to him, so that when you do open yourself up to him, he can pounce. You know, like he's a predator. That's what he wants to do. He wants to lull you into comfort and then strike, which is what he seemingly did to Leland, what he tried to do to Laura, and sadly seemingly did for some time before she fought it. And it's what he's trying to do to Donna here.
Because this, like, I don't know how to read the storm and the energy, like, building whenever the music is turned on, if that's, like, hurting him or that's, like, amplifying him. Like,
I think it amplifies him. I think it almost drowns Leland out, kind of.
It's. I feel like it like the reaction that Bob is having, like the convulsions, and he's like, I can't.
He
tell.
Like yells at the sky.
Yeah,
like,
it's like I can't tell if it's like evil and like yes, or if it's actually like fuck, like shit, like this is it's.
I think it's Bob all the way because he capitalizes on the moment when they start dancing and stuff. Like, you can tell Donna doesn't really want to dance. You can tell that's a weird thing for her in this moment. She's like, I don't really know. And he's like, yeah, come on, let's do this. And then he pulls her real close, holds her real tight. Like, I think it's Bob all the way. I think that Leland... but again, I do think that I do think there's a symbiosis there. I do think Leland... I don't think this is abnormal behavior for Leland. I do think that the music, I do believe, kind of unlocks Bob. And the reason I'll go back to is whenever he did compulsively dance in season 1, it was accompanied by profuse tears.
Yeah.
You know, like uncontrollable sobbing. Like, he would dance around and he would be upset for dancing. He didn't know why he was why,
God.
you know.
It's just Leland is so upset that like Bob is making him dance in a time where he's just depressed as shit. Like, bro is
and he's remembering his daughter. He's, you know, like that's what's interesting about season 1 is I don't believe I'd be willing to bet they had the idea that Leland was going to be it. But I think they played it really close to the chest, and therefore Ray Wise doesn't even know what he's acting strictly.
True.
And therefore, whenever I do rewatch season 1, it makes that line between Leland and Bob an absolute blur. Like, there is hardly any way for you to tell that that Leland is Bob, you know? And if he is, it's like, whoa, when does he come out? What's going on here? You know, like, does he retreat for a while after Laura's death so that Leland can mourn and it seems like he's, you know, completely innocent? Is that his tactic? I don't know. That's what's interesting. And, you know, when you rewatch season 1, inevitably I'll let you draw your own conclusions. But
yeah, it's like the mourning is also like he's feeding off that. Like, it's like good both ways.
The suffering and pain is part of what he likes. But Leland startles Donna when he returns with the lemonade, and he puts on a phonograph record of a song and asks Donna to dance with him. Flashes of Bob are seen, thunder is heard. Leland grabs Donna, seemingly prepared to attack, but the doorbell rings. Saved by the bell, literally.
Yes.
And Truman is like, Leland, I need you to come with me. I'm afraid there's been another murder. And this, Donna is easily able to make the connection. Walks through the woods crying. Hard to not go with Laura Flynn Boyle this week, performance-wise. Obviously, I'm going to go with Ray Wise. But
damn, I didn't think. Yeah, it's just kind of he kind of took over, you know.
I mean, these last couple episodes are his. So, you know, he's dominating.
But man, you're right though. Yeah, Donna, this was, I don't know, going even from just being like, the fuck you, like her, like with Andy, and then at the like whenever it's just zooming in on her lips reading.
Yeah,
the
good
fucking
stuff.
The diary, like, yeah, she was, I don't know, that was my favorite part of the episode, was like Coop and Donna like actually going over to that house. It's like, because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, wait, what is going on? And like it just kept getting weirder. And but yeah, I don't know. This was brutal. Like, come on, James. Like this, I guess he doesn't know what just happened, but like,
oh, dude. But like,
man,
it's also like it is spot on for what you've come to expect a little bit of their relationship, and them kind of figuring things out at the exact wrong time. Like the way they felt guilty about every bad thing that's happened, and they felt like it was about them, that they caused it, that they could have done something about it. It makes sense that James would not be able to handle this. You know, he arrives on his motorcycle, asks her what's wrong, and Donna says Maddie's dead. And James is like, we could have helped her, and she's like, no, we couldn't have. What could we have done? He's like, we could have helped her. I don't know. You know, he goes, this is no good. This is no good. And Donna's like, don't leave. This isn't our fault. He says, nothing we do matters. It doesn't matter if we're happy. The world's going to go to shit. And he leaves Donna in tears and rides off. And thus begins what is, for me, we've got a lot of episodes left.
Yeah.
And we're basically done. with
Yeah.
the main story.
Mm.
We start going on some pretty big side tangents.
Mm.
And James's is amongst the most annoying in this show.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna. I won't allude to what's coming for him or anything, but it's completely tangential. I'm kind of like, if you axed what comes next for him from the show completely, I would feel like nothing was lost.
Yeah. He, at least right now, it kind of feels like he's on his like Steve Rogers, or just kind of when he got down a little, I don't know, or just not really that Steve ever got like left the fight or something like that, but he's just like, we could have, I don't know, just we could have helped, or we could have done something, we could have done more, and it, whenever he left her, I mean, it was like, it was weird that. Was he just leaving because he couldn't handle it himself anymore? He didn't even answer Donna of like, what do you like? What's us right now, sort of thing. He was just kind of like, right. I gotta go, And so it's like, bro, you just gave her a promise ring, and it's like, man, that's this ring. It's like Cooper got his ring back. There was this ring. I don't know. It's the only other ring that's kind of brought up, which is interesting. But because of this ring, the killer was found, and like a good, like, actually, I feel like the larger scope of the town, like this, was good. Like this,
they
this
actually helped in ways they can't comprehend. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that, but that's something that, James isn't equipped to see.
True.
And
yeah. He's not the viewer of the show. It helps to see every other
to see it all unfold.
See it all from the bird's eye view, some would say.
But yeah, we're definitely, we're resetting after this. The investigation is over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Cooper's purpose in Twin Peaks is over.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
not.
It's not. No, it's not. He has to live
The investigation has concluded. Where we go from here, we'll see. But Ben sits in a booth at the Roadhouse, and Cooper and Albert sit at the bar. Truman brings Leland in, and Ed Hurley joins them. Mm-hmm. Gang's almost all here.
Yep.
Cooper tells them to clear a space in the center of the room. I'll need the whole room. Cooper summarizes the investigation and his techniques. I've employed many methods. Detective, Tibetan. And today I'm going to implement something, and for lack of a better word, we'll call it magic. He says that someone is missing.
Lightning, too. I don't know. The town's going crazy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You got Hawk entering, wheeling Leo in. And he asks Bobby to go ahead and take Leo over this way. He goes, hey, take a $5, Hawk. Wheels him on over there. And as the clock strikes, Major Briggs enters with the old waiter.
Go.
Yeah, Briggs back, baby. You got Garland back. You love to see it. And it's connected to the old waiter, which you're just like, yeah,
Bro
let's
knows.
go, baby.
Bro,
let's go.
knows. Bro, he's like, how I need to know how much he knows now. Was this just like he was waiting for this to happen? He knew, like, I don't know, like, this is I need to know.
Briggs says the old waiter flagged him down on the side of the road and asked him to bring him here.
Yeah, come on,
that's sick. That's sick.
Like, this, I don't know. It's beautiful. This
and
town.
Just when things couldn't get any better for us, the waiter pulls out a stick of gum to give to Cooper, and Leland goes, I love that gum. I used to chew it all the time as a kid. And the waiter says, that gum you like is going to come back in style.
Yep. You are coming back, Leland.
Yeah.
You will be back for a little bit. Not for long.
Yeah. Not for long.
But Coop downs a piece of that gum. Is it Big Red? It kind of looked like Big Red.
It did look like Big Red. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. This is the gum. This is the gum. I think we need to bring it back. I'm gonna go get some
gum
Big Red.
you like is going to come back in style, and it causes Cooper to recall his dream. Everything freezes. We get freeze frames on everybody's face, and we see as Laura whispers in Cooper's ear, "My father killed me." The giant appears before Cooper. we see the giant hand of him holding the ring, and it drops to the floor. Cooper puts that stick of gum in his mouth. He picks up the ring and tells Ben Horn to accompany him to the sheriff's office. And he says, you might want to bring Leland Palmer as your attorney. As they leave, Cooper looks back at the boys assembled. You got Garland, Bobby, Leo, Ed, and then over there, the waiter, and he gives him the thumbs up in return.
Yes. Thanks, boys. Thanks. Like, was this, I don't know. Like, was this just like all right, thanks for, I just called you, whatever. It felt like there was like a little more that I don't know, that he talked with them a little before to like, Briggs,
he's giving the thumbs up to the waiter.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't
to the boys, but he did look back at everybody. But the waiter's giving him the thumbs up repeatedly.
Oh,
so he's like,
okay. I thought it was just to the boys.
Now I get it, brother. Okay. He's like, you've been leading me down the path the whole time, my man. I like you, dog.
Because I'm like, is he like the thumbs up to the rest of the boys? They were probably like, all right, yeah. I mean, I guess we did our part. But
that's why I'm like, those four clueless. They have no fucking idea what's going on.
They're like, what?
They're like,
fuck?
okay.
Yeah, like, huh? Like,
well, can you imagine being in that room and then like Cooper just zones out for a second and then it's like, bring Ed in. We're done.
Yep. All right, thanks Ed. Thanks Ed for showing up. Thanks guys, appreciate it. For cleaning the tables out.
We're heading to the sheriff's station. It's over, everybody. Yeah, but
man, yeah, magic.
They're like, I guess that was magic. But they arrive at the sheriff's station at specifically 3:56 p.m. I don't know why that's important, but it's here in the document. Cooper tells them to take Ben Horn into an interrogation room, and Leland says, "Well, we better proceed with the bail immediately." And Cooper's like, "We will. He'll have his day in court."
I hope so. I hope this is a foreshadow line.
Yeah, a little bit of something there. But he then whispers something to Truman. It's moments like these whenever I'm like, I need Truman to have big. Like, I understand why he's holding it together, but like, if he had no expectation that Leland was the killer. And then Cooper whispers in his ear, like, whenever this happens, we're going to throw Leland into that cell and lock the fucking door. Truman just being like, all right. Like, it blows, it kind of blows me away. I'm like, but that kind of, it reaffirms Truman's faith in Leland, like, kind of like, we're going to see something here. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's check it out. But when they open the door to the interrogation room, they push Leland inside and lock the door. Leland starts to hoot and holler. Ooh, 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 ooh. He slams himself against the walls, running back and forth, and Ben's like, Leland? And Hawk's like, that's not Leland. Cooper tells Hawk to take Ben upstairs and release him. Ben's like, what the fuck? Like, hold the fucking phone. What's going on here? And he's like, that's not Leland in there. And when Cooper explains to Truman what Laura told him in her dream, Truman remarks, well, we're going to need more evidence than that. And he says, all right, how about a confession, Harry? And they cuff Leland in a chair as Hawk keeps him at gunpoint, which got to imagine this confession wouldn't be admissible in the court of law.
Man, I don't know. I'd keep that thing. I would stay pointed.
Oh, you got it. You got to have it. There's extenuating circumstances here. You got to keep a gun on the guy.
It's like 2 feet away, though. I don't know. Just being both arms strapped up, just at a like that dead. I don't know why that's like funny to me. It's like. It's even funnier if it's a bow and arrow. Like, bow and arrow point blank is just hilarious to me for some. It's so brutal but hilarious, but just gun point blank. I don't know why. It's like,
well, in a context like this, it is like it's just, like what the like. I don't know. I love it. But they keep the gun trained on him, and Truman reads him his rights. And Leland laughs and says, "I suppose you want to ask him some questions." And when Cooper asks if he killed Laura, Leland hoots and says, "That's a yes." He goes, "Ooh, ooh, 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 that's a yes."
Woo! Yeah, he loved that.
And they go, "Did you kill Maddie?" He goes, "Oh, gee, I guess I sort of kind of did."
Yeah, he's Bob's having fun.
Yeah, Bob's having a good time. And Ray Wise is having fun,
That's
dude.
true.
He is fucking killing it as Bob Leland. Oh, my God, it's so good. It's so good. Whenever you go, just that line delivery, he goes, oh, gee, I guess I sort of kind of did. I love it. And he goes, it's because I have a thing for knives, just like what happened to you in Pittsburgh. He looks back at Cooper.
Stabbed.
Yeah, we got a little bit, wounded. We've only heard him be wounded in Pittsburgh, but now we see that he was stabbed in Pittsburgh.
Interesting. Yeah. And but Bob knows.
Bob knows
this
that.
was Bob.
And how does he know that?
Yes.
I don't know, but he knows it. But he describes Leland. He looks at Leland's hand. He goes, "Oh, Leland, you were a good vehicle, but it's time to shuffle off the buffalo." And they're like, "All right, Jesus." And when Cooper asks if Leland knows what he's done, he tells Cooper to watch. Watch Leland when I go and watch him remember, you know. He's a babe in the woods, and Truman has enough, and they leave Leland alone.
I don't know. Maybe someone should have stayed in the room, you know? Like, it's hindsight, and but like
hindsight 2020. This guy is maniacal, crazy.
I feel like Hawk just stand in the, you know, just still keep him at fucking gunpoint. I don't know, just stay there. But even
and that's what's crazy about like Cooper understands. Now Cooper probably should have instructed someone to stay. Harry is still under the impression that Leland is just
that's true,
insane. You know, like so there is something there, but elsewhere in the sheriff's station. So wild tonal shift from this moment to head to Dick Tremaine arriving and Lucy taking him into the sheriff's conference room where Andy is. She tells them that she is going to keep the baby. And Dick's like, you're sure? And he goes, yes. It will depend on a postnatal blood test to determine who the father is, but regardless of the result, she will choose between them who will act as the father.
Is it happening again? Is this another happening again moment? This is kind of crazy. I was just thinking that, like, it's another kind of relationship that's like fixing a little bit. You know, it's going in the right direction, and then they find out who the killer is. Things are going well, sort of thing. But then I just thought, is this what happened back when Laura was born? And Sarah brings into a room Leland as the Andy figure and the Dick Tremaine as the Ben Horn figure. Is kind. I don't know. This is I had that kind of connection. I love also the music. I'm listening to just the soundtrack in the back, and it just switched to the fucking dun, the like whenever I don't know, the detective mode music. So it was like a perfect timing. But man, this I'm really on the, I don't know, the secret child or the father figure that isn't who it seems. It's gotta be Laura, you know. I don't know. Like the story's already good. I'm good on who killed her and but now Laura's become way more interesting on how she fought against Bob or like in all of this. So yeah, the week up to her death, I see why that is a prime spot to highlight. But not, you know, maybe I don't truly want to know, but yes, I need to know.
That movie's so fucking good, dude. Yeah, that's gonna be one where, in fact, we might want to, like, whenever we get to it, schedule the recording like a couple weeks out so that we can watch it a couple times.
Interesting. Yeah,
might be one of the, just because it's Lynch, man. It's
lots of process. Yeah.
It's a rated R Lynch film. Spun out of this show that is him doing whatever the fuck he wants, essentially. It's a lot. It's a lot to swallow. But regardless, Dick's cigarette smoke rises toward the smoke detector. Yes. I love whenever he's like, "You got a light?"
He's looking
and Andy
around.
looks around and he goes, "No," and then he flicks out a lighter anyway and lights up his cigarette.
Dick. What?
Dick.
Just fucking
good old Dick. But we'll return back to the real tonal where we're supposed to be. But important setup for the smoke alarm and everything.
Yes. And the sprinkler technician coming in that day to make it more sensitive. So the sprinklers had to go off. Leland had to die here. Like the whole town. This is why it's like, it is the whole town. It's even the sprinkler technician guy. It's Dick Tremaine, whether they know it or not. They're doing things that make this reveal or this moment happen. And it's just, it sounds a little bit not like free will, I don't know, but it's like not. I don't know. At the same time, it's like a predestination, but I don't know. Maybe it is just you're ignorant to the free will you don't have, actually. I don't know how it kind of goes down, but it's at least in this context, I find it beautiful. I don't find it as more trappy. It doesn't feel trappy or like that. But yeah, it feels like it is like this. I don't think it's a coincidence. The sprinkler guy, he's adjusting the sensitivity of the sprinklers, and then Dick comes in and has a smoke, and then this is what makes Bob have his moment to kill, Leland and escape. So yeah, I think, I don't know. I like, because you're right. The tonal shift from going from that and then back to what we get, like, it's like, it is insane
we get one of the best scenes in the entire show immediately following this. Like, this moment between Leland and Cooper.
Oh my God.
As poignant as anything the show's done. It might very well be my favorite scene of the show, period, which is a big statement.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of have to. I don't think nothing else has been leading up to. I don't know. This is what it's been leading up to. This is everything. I don't know. And yeah, they knocked, like, Ray Wise just knocked it out of the park, and then having just.
So did Kyle MacLachlan. Yeah. The way they're playing against each other is so good, dude. And it's beautiful to look at. Like, Gorge, the sprinklers was just a really, really good dramatic touch.
Yes. Overall, it did good for a lot of things. Yeah.
Well, you pointed out the storm, the turmoil. Like it begins to storm inside because of it. It's good. It's great.
Oh my God, is this actually connecting two things? I'm on this really weird rabbit hole of lightning in ancient times and how it was like used for like, I don't know, ancient ways, and then now it feels like lightning is actually like you need it in order to connect. I don't know, like it does amplify everything, and it makes it easier for these spirits to actually connect and do things. Something
that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
but
it feels like, because I mean it could just be dramatic effect, but I don't think, not in this town. Nothing's
this town, it's different. It's different. But outside the interrogation room, Cooper gives them the rundown. He says Ben Horn's blood was the wrong type. He also points out that the action of the dwarf in his dream was dancing. He pointed to Leland's compulsive dancing in the wake of Laura's murder. The man next door to Leland's grandfather was Robertson. Mike said that people Bob inhabited were his children, son of Robert. The name being spelled under the fingernails was Robert. A twisted, signature on a terrible masterpiece. He says Leland killed Laura because she was onto him. As he learned from her diary. Leland placed the call to Laura from Ben's office. And Cooper suggests Leland killed Maddie because she reminded him of Laura. And then in the room, Leland begins to chant. He says, through the dark of futures past, a magician longs to see. One chants out between two worlds, fire walk with me. And he does the whole thing. Dick's smoking causes the sprinkler system to go off, and Leland goes ballistic. He hoots and beats his head against the door repeatedly, leaving behind pieces of him, which is grotesque. They open it and find Leland on the floor, bleeding. Cooper kneels beside Leland and takes him in his arms. Before he dies, Leland remembers. He goes, oh, God. Yeah. Oh, God, I killed her. I killed my daughter. And he says they wanted Laura, but she fought them. She would not let them in, so they killed her.
They wanted more. For them to be
oh, God,
like
they made
Bob.
me kill that Teresa girl.
Yeah.
They made me kill her. They said if I didn't, and so this also immediately indicates that there is a communication going on between Leland and Bob.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But the possession doesn't allow Leland to fully take control ever.
Yeah.
You know, like there is something within Leland that he is aware of it as it is happening, but he cannot do anything to stop it.
Yeah, and whether that's a decision he made to protect everyone, you know, back when it first happened and he just doesn't know, or if it is just that is the innate kind of thing of the possession itself, you know, like that is the perfect, it feels like it is the perfect storm for Bob, you know, to have Leland, if he knows, and it's not like a sunken, you know, he's like completely just out of everything and just Bob is taking over and acting like Leland. That's like not as good for Bob as Leland struggling with this double life and having to struggle, I don't know, all of the bad that does come from it and grief and everything. So yeah, it's like everything it works for Bob, you know, and Mike, I wonder what Mike gave to Bob that Bob doesn't really have right now. And it feels like it's just the appetite part or like the supply. It felt like Mike had a way of like giving people to Bob. I don't know. Or like the shoe salesman, you know, having a bunch of shoes and shit like that. It feels like, oh, are these just all the people you're killing and then you're selling just a bunch of why, and then why one? And then like there's the Leo connection of the tapes and the shoes. There's still something going on with the shoes and all that. So I feel like that's, you know, Mike being, or Gerard being the shoe salesman. I feel like that's, you know, Leland being a lawyer. It was kind of like a perfect role for him to be in, and Bob was inside of Leland from a very, very young age, so I feel like Bob made Leland have this position in the town or something, or I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'll read the transcript of the scene here because it's that good, but he says, "Oh God, Laura, I killed her, oh my God, I killed my daughter, I didn't know, Laura, forgive me. He says, it's all right. Or Cooper says, it's all right. He says, I was just a boy. I saw him in my dreams. He said he wanted to play. He opened me and I invited him and he came inside me. He said he went inside. When he was inside, I didn't know. And when he was gone, I couldn't remember. He made me do things, terrible things. He said he wanted lives. He wanted others that they could use like they used me. He said, like Laura? They wanted her. They wanted Laura, but she was strong. She fought them. She wouldn't let them in. Oh, God, they had me kill that Teresa girl. And they said if I didn't give them Laura, they'd have me kill her too. But she wouldn't let them in. She said she'd die before she let them in. And Laura's theme playing in the background all the while is just so perfect. Just the way that they can recontextualize the tone of that song, make it sad when it needs to be, make it triumphant when it needs to be. So fucking good.
Cooper caressing him the whole time.
Oh, dude, like I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's like, there's a shot of Cooper looking down at him with his hair wet.
Yep.
But he says she wouldn't let them in, and they made me kill her. Oh, God, have mercy on me. What have I done? Oh, God, I love her. I loved her with all my heart. My angel, forgive me. And then Coop says, I mean... This is why Coop is the character of the episode.
Yo.
Leland, the time has come for you to seek the path. Your soul has set you face to face with a clear light, and you are now about to experience it in its reality, wherein all things are like the void and cloudless sky, and the naked, spotless intellect is like a transparent vacuum, without circumference or center. Leland, in this moment, know yourself, and abide in that state. Look to the light, Leland. Find the light. He says, I see it. Into the light, Leland. Into the light. I see her. She's there. Into the light, Leland. She's beautiful. Into the light. Laura. And that's it.
Dude. And
oh my God. Just so good, dude.
The fucking, like, reaction Leland had to, like, entering, like, you could tell, like, through his eyes and, like, his face of, like, that he was, like, getting closer, like, to the, like, as he's saying it, I don't know, and he, like, went through a threshold, or I don't know, it was too much for his mind to handle, and then he died, and, like, and then just Cooper, Like, can I please have someone in my deathbed, like, telling me these words, like,
Right.
preparing me, like, because I feel like there's, I don't know, whenever I've been close to death, and the visions, there was nothing, no drug nothing's come close to whatever happened there. So I feel like, yeah, there's something that's released whenever you're dying or you're about to go, that like, this is I feel like what Cooper was saying was just like the perfect kind of just prep, or I don't know, just like a shaman kind of leading you through whatever, but the ultimate, this is the last one. So we better lock in. So this is what consciousness is, it's beautiful to the point, whatever. And then, but the light, I don't know, just follow. It was just, I don't know. It was,
it's lovely.
It was beautiful.
It's lovely. Beautiful moment. Bringing to a close a terrible tragedy, and it's so fucking good, dude. I love Cooper and the way he plays this moment. Kyle MacLachlan's so good. So yeah, that's an easy scene choice. It's an easy shot choice for me. It's one of the most beautiful sequences in the whole show. It reminded me of Cure a lot, visually. Okay. I liked that. I liked that a lot. I mean, my line is in that scene. Like, that is just one of my favorite scenes in the entire show. So
that's true.
Got to give it its credit. I love it a lot.
We hit a peak
perfectly. Yeah, they
peaks.
did. They did here.
We did. Yeah, man. I didn't think it would be episode 9 of season 2. I was expecting this to come a lot later, I guess, or just the big booms of everything. But man. Yeah, they fucking drop.
They find a way to deliver 5 big booms,
Yeah,
5 big booms, boom, boom. But the next morning or later on, kind of hard to tell timeline wise what's going on here. Cooper, Truman, and Albert encounter Major Briggs on the path in the woods. Truman remarks that Leland was completely insane, and Albert's like, "I don't know. People saw Bob. Like that's." They saw him. More than one person saw Bob. And when Truman's like, I've seen a lot of stuff, but this I'm having trouble believing. And Cooper's like, is it any easier to believe a man would rape and murder his own daughter? And he goes, no, definitely not.
Touche. Yeah.
And Briggs asks if it matters what the cause is, and Cooper replies, yes, it's our job to stop it. And Albert suggests maybe that's all Bob is, the evil that men do. I said this multiple times, by the way.
The evil that men do, yeah. I mean, I feel like that idea, like we've talked about. I don't know. I feel like we've come back to that a couple times.
We have a lot, and this is why I repeatedly came back to it, because maybe that's all Bob is, the evil that men do, and that it may not matter what they call it. Maybe Bob's what he likes to be called. Maybe it is what he is. Maybe it's not. Whatever the fuck he is, we got to figure out a way to stop it. And Truman agrees. He says that if Bob is real, we had him cornered. Where is he now? And that is when an owl flies by and into the camera, and the episode ends.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I mean, I feel like I wonder if he's just going to chill in the town for a little bit as an owl, or if this is him like just going into an owl and then he will fly to wherever he wants to go to next and then go to his next person. Because I feel like I really don't want him to leave. I don't want Cooper to leave Twin Peaks, but I feel like the next logical step is there's a murder in some other town somewhere else, and a letter is found under a fingernail continuing the spelling of Robertson, and Coop's got to go, and he can't stay, like that's Bob is kind of calling his name. So I feel like that's, I don't know. I would. At the same time, it's like I want Bob to kind of stay in Twin Peaks, but also I want him to leave. I do want him to get the fuck out and leave this town alone. But like Coop's got, I don't know. I feel like it is weird to think.
So I'll put it to you like this. Coop's the main character of this show. He's not. He's not going anywhere. Okay, Coop's gonna be the main character of the show. It's the way they go about keeping him in the town is far and away one of the most interesting and difficult things I'm sure they had to do because of the reveal. You know, like I don't think ABC was considering what it meant for the characters in the show if the investigation came to a close. You know, like they have to get creative with what they do with Coop. You know, like it's really interesting. So like I do love it. We're about to meet a couple new, several new characters. This next stretch of the show is wildly expansive. You know, the show has to open up because there's 14 fucking episodes left or whatever, you know?
Yeah, man. Holy crap. Yeah, I guess Audrey, you know, I don't know how much that ties him down. Is like, there's nothing really. There's a feeling.
There's no commitment that's been made there.
So like that, it doesn't feel like that. He did say like, let's look into buying some land, you know, earlier to Diane.
That's why I really view this as a season finale. The next episode operates like a season premiere.
Wow. Yeah.
Like it is a reset. It is a hard, like, we are beginning a new story in a way. And it's so good for that, man. It's so good for that reason. And there's gonna be stretches, you know, like I alluded to James's storyline being just complete and utter nonsense. I don't love what's coming for James, and I don't feel bad spoiling that for you, that I don't love what's coming. You know, I won't spoil literally what happens, but James's storyline to come is underwhelming. But that's the thing. Beyond that, we're entering a stretch of the show that is generally looked down upon. And aside from that James storyline, I can't really fathom why. It is still, like I said, the creativity to be able to bounce from being forced into a reveal that changes the trajectory of the show, to be able to regroup and gain momentum again and then capitalize on it with what the end of season 2 does. It's really incredible. So like I think that we're in for it, man. We've got a long ways to go, and I don't think we'll be disappointed in the slightest.
Yeah, I guess what's better than one season finale? 2 in the same season.
2 season finales.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, there was one of them was a de facto series finale. Show was canceled after 2 seasons.
Dang,
so
man. Wow. Yeah. Why? Was it not being watched, or like just it did its thing?
That's kind of one of the interesting, hard to say sort of things. Like there's this odd thing whenever you read read about it, David Lynch, Mark Frost, that David Lynch felt like ABC had it out for them for whatever reason. Like they broke the formula and they resented them for elevating what TV could be. Kind of like they changed the game, and I don't think they were prepared for what came next. So they were like, "Well, fuck it, we'll shut it down." You know.
Well, I guess it led to them doing their own, you know, his own stuff.
Yeah, it did.
So
it certainly did.
for the better, I think overall, in the grand scope. But yeah, I can't speak on how good they are, but it feels, I don't know. You say this is all to just get me to watch The Return. You know, I don't know.
Well,
and that's, I don't know. It's nice to know that it can just keep being good. Like it's for that long. So yeah, I'm in no way. I don't know. Even if it does slow down, I don't know. Just being with these characters is enough for me.
Oh, it's super. So. And you know, like what you love about the town of Twin Peaks, what you love about being in this world, that like outside of the dark, twisted stuff, it's kind of the emphasis of these next few episodes is just living with these characters. You know, the Dick, Tremaine, Lucy, Andy story gets a lot more expansion. You know, like that keeps growing. Norma, the double R gets a little bit more focus on it. Bobby and Shelley kind of come back into the fold. You know, characters that you've been like, they've been kind of sidelined through the beginning of season 2 because we're steamrolling to this reveal. They all come back into the fold, and the town finds a bit of peace for a little bit because the killer has been truly caught, you know? So, like, there is a...
Oh. Does the question still matter at the end of the episode now? Is it
who killed Laura Palmer?
Yeah, I guess, you know, I feel like...
It's done.
Okay. Yeah?
I'm not going to ask that anymore. No,
okay,
who killed Laura Palmer
has... train car mystery, you know, still no other player in the game, possibly?
No, Leland killed her.
Okay.
That was it. They're now obviously there's a lot more to it. It's not. It's we get Leland killed her. But we're gonna save all that for the movie, man. That's Fire Walk with Me stuff. That's not stuff that's really touched on the rest of this time. You know, when it comes to, like, we pointed out several times that what happened there seems ritualistic, seems paranormal, beyond the realm of reality. There's plenty of stuff that we'll kind of dive into before the end of the season that does kind of deal with that. But nothing you would even have a clue to yet. Like, it's like you know, like we've seen let's take a moment here now that we are past the reveal. The Red Room.
Yeah.
The Dream Realm.
Yep.
What is that? What is that
like
to you?
It's that's not the double R. They're at the Roadhouse. No. What's where Cooper found out that it was Leland. The
Roadhouse. That was the Roadhouse.
So I feel like it was just that. It was the dream of Laura. You know, Laura is trying to tell Cooper who killed her, and it happened. This is where Cooper made that realization in real life. So those curtains just reflect that. And
gotcha.
I thought, you know, the only other red curtains that popped up were in, like, Jacques Renault's house,
his cabin,
and in the picture of Laura and stuff, and kind of the One-Eyed Jacks. I feel like kind of had a lot of red curtains too. But I feel like this is the connection here. It feels like is the Roadhouse curtains, and this moment, like, kind of. This is the Laura set it in motion with the dream kind of thing, and then everything was figured out and all the details, like, completely crystallized. Boom, right here at the Roadhouse, and this is where Cooper was. So it feels like it kind of, I don't know, that's how the dream was built, sort of thing. It was like a contained all-in-one from the very beginning, and Cooper was just walking the path, and he got there. So, yeah.
Now, I'll ask you another question. I told you off mic that David Lynch's involvement in season 2 was minimal. As far as this, specifically this next big chunk of episodes. And I mean, and this episode, he wasn't credited in the writing room. He wasn't credited as the director, and this is one of the best episodes of the show. Now that we have had this reveal, I know you've still got plenty of questions, but I've also told you plenty of stuff that would indicate you're not going to get answers to a lot of questions. Are you concerned at all? Sorry about that. My dogs are barking up a fucking storm up there, and there's hardwood, and it's just a disaster. Are you concerned at all with 14 episodes left?
With no Lynch.
With what the show could be? Do you have any idea? I guess my question is, what do you want most out of this show?
Yeah.
Going towards the end of season 2, because I'll remind you, season 2 was the end for a long time. The movie wasn't in the plan. The return certainly wasn't in the plan 25 years later. You know, like yeah,
I guess I thought, you know, like at least wherever Bob is going, or Bob, I feel like, is still going to be out there and at large. And I feel like the killings won't stop. I feel like that's at least that's how I felt like the story would continue. But what I want from the show is kind of just a nice bow on each character now. Like, I would like the Andy, Lucy, and Dick Tremaine storyline just to wrap up completely, and then have the reveal of that. I want you know, even Nadine and Ed, you know, Nadine, fucking Nadine, holy shit, there's shit going on with her.
You haven't seen Dr. Jacoby in weeks.
True.
You know, like there's
a lot of people out there.
There's a lot of people in town, you know, and we do have that is kind of what we're gonna be spending a lot of time with here, and I do think that there's a beauty in it. You know, I do enjoy it a great deal. You know, we got to get creative. Like I said, the show proper has reset. We got to find a new direction in a way without betraying the heart of the series. So, like, there is we got Wyndham Earl.
True.
on the horizon. That's like we got stuff like that coming up. So there's a lot to like. There's a lot to look forward to. So we're in for it. We are certainly in for it.
Wow.
But
goodbye, Leland. Though.
Goodbye, Leland. Goodbye, Ray Wise. So damn good at that. Incredible actor. And it's a shame to have to see him go, but we will watch him in the movie. Him and Cheryl Lee are billed as the lead actors of that movie. So
that'll be cool. Yeah,
you get to see Laura Palmer in all her glory for the first time. You get to see Ray Wise.
Well, it'll be cool up until a certain point. But
it's actually hardly cool ever.
Oh yeah, so. And more just cool for the real life, Ray Wise. It's cool to see Ray Wise. It is not cool to see Leland.
Exactly. Exactly. So, that's precisely it. But yeah, man, I'm so excited that we're here. I'm excited to hear what you think going forward because, like I said, it's a mixed bag. I tend to really enjoy it, but it's been pretty widely panned as a pretty rough stretch in a really great series. So, it will be interesting, but I don't have much else to say there. I think this might be the end of this episode of Fire Pod with me, and certainly the end of an era for Fire Pod with me, because we're heading into a new one. But I'm very excited.
Yeah, crazy.
Josie's still around somewhere. We haven't seen her in a couple weeks. We got a lot. Catherine's back in the picture.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of stuff.
Log
There's
lady,
a lot back
I need more of her. I need more Major Briggs.
A lot back. Where's Ben go now? Ghostwood's out of the picture. The Mill's out of the picture. What's Ben planning for? What's going on there? Major Briggs. What's his work? What is the work he is doing?
Yes.
We got a lot. We got a lot going. So I'm excited. But I'll do some plugs real quick if you would. You can check out our movie podcast, The Cinementalists, like cinema sentimentalists, Cinementalists, Cinementalists, The Cinementalists. Right now, I believe we are in the throes of Pride Month, and we are currently working our way through some queer film, and it's a lot of fun. I believe we are.
Queer. That was the one.
We just covered queer last week, and this week will bring us to Juneteenth with Moonlight, and we will also have I Saw the TV Glow on Friday. So we've got 2 movies this week on The Cinementalists. Super excited for that. You should check that out. A couple of great movies this week. So you got that to look forward to. And, when it came to movies released in 2024, I Saw the TV Glow got a lot of references and as being quote unquote Lynchian, so it kind of fits that we're around this time. But
that's nice. That's cool.
Yes, it is.
The
yes,
season
it is.
finale. Wow. Or not even. I'm calling it a finale.
Definitely a mid-season finale at least. But no, it's wonderful. So we got a lot going on over there. We're figuring out something to do with the podcast formerly known as Fulcrum, a Star Wars podcast. I'm assuming that's something now, so you can find that under the Penny Bloom Dispatch little tag if you're on Apple Podcasts. But beyond that, you might have to go check out The Cinementalists for me to be able to tell you anything for sure there. But sorry and shit. But yeah, we do have other things going on. The only one I know for sure is The Cinementalists, so check that out. And we'll be back next week with Season 2, Episode 10, and every week therein, all the way through September for Season 2 of Twin Peaks. And then it's time for the movies, then it's time for the return. So I'm so excited. And with that, I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here, homie.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, into the light.
Oh.